Good morning. This week your child's going to be going home with a tens frame homework sheet. Tens frames are probably new to a lot of you, so I wanted to give you a little bit of information on how you're going to complete this sheet. Your child is going to read the directions. The directions ask them to use 10 frames to show each number's tens and ones. So if this number is 24, then I'm going to need to write draw a tens frame that shows the tens in 24. So I know, looking in the tens spot, that this number is 2, so that there are 2 tens. So I'm going to draw 2 tens. And I'm going to show you what this looks like. There's a special way that we draw our tens frames. So basically, you're going to draw, and we call them little apartment complexes, but you're going to draw a little apartment complex, or your child is, and it does not have to be perfect. They're going to draw a line down the middle, and then we count. 1, 2, 3, 4. You can see mine is not perfect, but this is totally acceptable. Then they're going to need to fill it up. This apartment complex, this 10 frame, can only hold 10 friends, no more than 10. So what you're going to need to do is start filling up. Now, remind your kids that the landlord said the kids need to move in from the top to the bottom. Okay, not the bottom to the top, not the other side of the top. We have to move in from the top right to the bottom. So we move in, moving down, and once you filled up the first row, then you can move into the next row. So this is an example of 1 10. Now in my first problem, it asks for 2 tens. So I would need to draw another tens frame the exact same way, and then start filling it in the exact same way. So the goal is for your child to be able to look at these and know those are 2 tens frames. That's 2 groups of 10. So I know that that number is 20. Okay, so they're going to have 2 groups of 10 in the 10 spot. Now they're going to need to look in the 1 spot and see how many 1s do I have in my 1 spot. I have 4 1s. So I can't just write the number 4. I need to show it in a tens frame. What you have to do is draw a whole nother apartment, because you can't have friends just living out here in the open, because what if they get rained on, okay? What if a storm comes? They'll get blown away. So you're going to need to draw a whole nother apartment, a whole nother tens frame, just for those 4 friends, because we love our friends and we want to take care of them, right? So we're going to draw our 4, and that is our 1. So ideally, they'd have their 2 tens in their tens frames and their 4 1s here. Now, we never use tens frames for any number higher than 30, because it could take all day. So if the number is below 30, then they will do a tens frame. And all these numbers on their homework sheet on this side are below 30. Then on the other side, it's a little bit easier. They're just going to read the tens frame, and then they're just going to write the number of tens and the number of ones. So in this one, you can see we have 1 full tens frame, so that means we have 1 10. And on this side, it looks like we have 3 1s. Only 3 filled in this tens frame, so that means we have 3 here. So you're going to fill it in like that. And then on this one, they're going to have to write the numeral form after reading the sentence. So if it says 5 tens and 8 ones, they'd have to write 5 and 8, and that number would be 58. So that's how we do tens frames. Just remember, when they're filling up their tens frames, they start on this far side first, from the top, because this is going to help them later on when they're having to read their tens frames. It'll make it quicker. So they have to start from the top and work their way down. Then they can move here. And if they have, like, this is the number 10, if we have the number 12, these guys cannot just live out here. We have to build them an apartment too. So you have to build a whole nother tens frame. Even if it's only for 1, we have to build a whole nother tens frame. Okay? So I hope this helps. Let me know if you have any questions. Good luck!